What if I told you this wasn't just a car, but the last roar of a dying beast? Born from legends like the Miura and Countach, the Aventador charged into history with fire, fury, and 12 screaming cylinders. From supercar dominance to pop culture takeover, this is the full story of Lamborghini's last pure V12 icon. Before silence takes over, welcome to the legacy of the Aventador. Before the Lamborghini Aventador stormed onto the scene, there was a fiery trail of V12 legends paving the road for its arrival. This is not just the story of one supercar, it's the story of a wild, roaring bloodline that changed the world of cars forever. To understand what made the Aventador so special, we need to rewind the clock and witness the evolution of its ancestors. It all began in 1966 with the Lamborghini Miura, the world's first true supercar. It wasn't just fast, it was radical. A V12 engine in the middle of the car? That had never been done before. The Miura wasn't just a car, it was a rebellion against Ferrari and every old-school rule in the book. Lamborghini was here to break boundaries. Then came the Countach in the 70s, the poster car of an entire generation. With its sharp, wedge-like body, outrageous scissor doors, and more power than sanity, it became a symbol of pure speed and drama. It didn't whisper performance, it screamed it. If the Miura lit the match, the Countach poured fuel on the fire. The 90s introduced the Diablo, a car that looked like it belonged in a sci-fi movie. It brought all-wheel drive into the game and pushed the limits even further. Lamborghini was no longer just wild, it was sophisticated too. But the V12 heart never stopped pounding. By the early 2000s, the Murciélago took the torch. It was smoother, sharper, more refined, yet still angry. It roared like a beast from the underworld. But underneath all that fire and fury, it was clear. Time was catching up. Technology was evolving, and the Murciélago was starting to show its age. Lamborghini needed a new monster. Not just a faster car, a revolution. Something that would honor the V12 legacy while pushing into the future. And so, deep inside the factory in Sant'Agata, the world's next great supercar was being born in the shadows. The Aventador was coming, and nothing would ever be the same again. By the late 2000s, the Murciélago had earned its stripes. It was raw, fast, and undeniably exotic. With a 6.5-liter V12 and a brutal mechanical personality, it thrilled drivers and scared the rest. But as the automotive world marched forward with dual-clutch gearboxes, hybrid systems, and digital brains, the Murciélago felt like a beast from another time. It was loud, yes, but clunky. Fast, but heavy. Stunning, but outdated inside. Supercar fans adored it, but even Lamborghini knew its time was up. The world was evolving, and so were rivals like Ferrari and McLaren. Lamborghini couldn't just catch up. They had to leap ahead. Internally, whispers of a replacement began swirling. Engineers and designers were dreaming of something sharper, something bolder. A machine that didn't just match the competition, but scared it. The challenge? Keep the soul of the V12 alive while building a supercar fit for a digital era. The pressure was real. Lamborghini had one shot to reset the standard. The world was watching, and they were expecting fire. Behind closed doors in Sant'Agata, the Murciélago's successor was already in motion. Not just a facelift, but a whole new chapter. Lighter, faster, smarter, meaner. A new bull was being bred, and its name would echo through the halls of supercar history, Aventador. Codenamed LP700-4, The Aventador wasn't just a car. It was Lamborghini's moonshot. Engineers tore everything down and started from scratch. A brand new carbon fiber monocoque chassis replaced the aging steel bones of the Murciélago. It was lighter, stronger, and something straight out of Formula One tech. Then came the crown jewel, an all-new 6.5-liter V12, hand-built in-house. Not turbocharged, not hybrid, just pure, naturally aspirated rage. It screamed past 8,000 RPM, launching from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in under 3 seconds. Lamborghini didn't follow trends. They built their own storm. Styling? Nothing less than a fighter jet on wheels. Inspired by stealth bombers and insect exoskeletons, the Aventador's shape was sharp, muscular, and dangerously beautiful. From its Y-shaped LEDs to the rising rear wing, it didn't just look fast. It looked like it could slice through time. The name Aventador came from a legendary Spanish bull known for its courage in battle. Fitting, because this car wasn't afraid to go head-to-head with the best in the world. Or Geneva Motor Show, 2011. Under the bright lights and camera flashes, the covers were pulled off, and the world stood still. The Lamborghini Aventador L P704 had arrived, and it wasn't just a car. It was a declaration. Car journalists were stunned. The crowd gasped. The angular design looked like it had dropped straight from a video game. Lamborghini didn't just introduce a new model. They changed the definition of supercar in one bold move. Beneath the exotic body, the Aventador was a marvel. 700 horsepower, all-wheel drive, lightning-fast gear shifts from its single-clutch ISR transmission. And that V12 sound? It wasn't just loud. It was thunder from the gods. Performance numbers were wild. 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 2.9 seconds. A top speed of 350 kilometers per hour. But stats were just numbers. The way it felt, the drama, the chaos, the control, was what made the Aventador unforgettable. Even seasoned drivers admitted it wasn't just fast, it was an event. Every drive felt like a red carpet moment. But this was just the beginning. The Aventador wasn't done. It had only just entered the arena, and over the next decade, it would evolve into something even more dangerous. The bull had entered the ring, and the crowd wanted more. The Aventador didn't sit still. Lamborghini kept refining, pushing, and evolving the beast. First came the Aventador Roadster. Same fury, now with the sky above you. Removing the roof didn't tame it. If anything, it made the V12 scream louder. Then in 2015 came the Aventador SV Superveloce. 750 horsepower, more aero, less weight. It wasn't just faster, it was wilder. Lamborghini stripped it down, stiffened it up, and let it loose. This wasn't a daily driver. It was a track weapon dressed for the streets. In 2017, Lamborghini introduced the Aventador S. It added four-wheel steering, better suspension, and smarter aerodynamics. It proved that even the wildest bulls could learn new tricks. But it was the Aventador SVJ that changed everything. With 770 horsepower and advanced ALA Aerodynamica Lamborghini Attiva, it didn't just break records, it shattered them. It lapped the Nürburgring faster than anything before it. Each version built upon the last, proving Lamborghini wasn't just about looks or noise. They were chasing greatness. The Aventador had become more than a car. It was a living legend, growing stronger with every heartbeat. But while the road ahead burned bright, something darker loomed in the distance. Time was catching up, Regulations were tightening. The V12's days were numbered. The Aventador wasn't just a supercar. It was a playground for the wildest automotive ideas. Lamborghini unleashed madness with ultra-limited editions. First came the roofless, windshieldless Aventador J. One brutal, open-air bullet. Then, the Veneno exploded onto the scene in 2013. Extreme, alien-like, and built in only 3 units. It looked more spaceship than streetcar. In 2016, the Centenario honored Ferruccio Lamborghini's 100th birthday, blending savage design with rare performance, just 40 units made. These weren't just collector pieces. They were experiments, design statements, and tech test beds. Lamborghini let its engineers go crazy, and the world couldn't get enough. Each model pushed the Aventador's identity further, proving it wasn't just about speed. It was about showing the world what happens when creativity goes full throttle. The Aventador wasn't confined to garages. It stormed the internet, music videos, and movie sets. Rappers flaunted it in slow motion. Influencers filmed rev battles, and gamers raced it in Need for Speed and Forza. It even played a villain in Transformers, as Lockdown, oozing menace. YouTubers made it a star. Cold starts, raps, POV drives. Its look and sound were internet gold. Kids had it on posters, toy shelves, and video game wish lists. More than a car, it was a status symbol. Loud, fast, and impossible to ignore. In a world leaning into quiet hybrids, the Aventador proudly shouted its presence. It didn't ask for attention. It demanded it. And that's why it became an icon. The Aventador wasn't just driven. It was celebrated. While the Aventador roared, the world whispered for change. Emission laws tightened. Electric power rose. Rivals like Ferrari and McLaren shifted to hybrid systems. Cities banned loud engines. Suddenly, the glorious V12 felt like a dinosaur. Inside Lamborghini, engineers faced the future. They loved the V12. But the pressure to adapt was real. Younger fans wanted cleaner tech. Governments wanted quieter streets. Yet, demand for the Aventador remained strong. People still craved drama and soul. Lamborghini knew the end was near, but they weren't going to end it quietly. One final act was coming, a proper farewell. One last storm before the silence. 2021 brought the Aventador LP 780-4 Ultime, the final, most powerful pure V12. No hybrids, just 780 horses of raw fury. It blended the SVJ's aggression with the S's refinement. This was Lamborghini's love letter to the Aventador legacy. Limited to just 600 units, it was sharp, dramatic, and unapologetically loud. When the last Ultime rolled off the line in 2022, it wasn't just an ending. It was history. A final salute to combustion thunder. Lamborghini didn't mourn. They celebrated. The Aventador had defined a decade, conquered tracks, music videos, and hearts. It burned bright and bowed out in fire and glory. With the Aventador gone, Lamborghini turned the page. Enter the Revuelto, a V12 plug-in hybrid. It's faster, smarter, greener, but different. The scream is now paired with a hum. Electric motors join the orchestra. It's evolution, but it's not the same. The Aventador remains the last of its kind. A pure, naturally aspirated V12 in a world going quiet. That makes it more than a car. It's a legend, a symbol of resistance. For fans and collectors, it's a timeless roar from a louder, wilder era. And though the world now glides into electric silence, somewhere, The Aventador's growl echoes, forever charging through time.